So Valtteri Bottas is the Mercedes third and test driver for 2025, and he's got his eyes very firmly set on a return to the grid properly in 2026. There's been a lot of strong rumours about him also sharing his duties with Mercedes with other Mercedes-powered teams, McLaren and Williams as well, although that's yet to be confirmed, but I expect that to be confirmed before the start of the season, if I'm being honest. Now, I've said that Bottas could well make a comeback to F1. I've said the team that I think he'll come back for. I'll say that again at the end of the video if you've not seen already, but let's read out this article here on the F1Chronicle.com, guys, as always. Valtteri Bottas admits one of his roles in 2025 will be to serve as kind of a mentor to Lewis Hamilton's replacement, teenager Kimi Antonelli. Team boss Toto Wolff made the claim a few days ago, revealing that supporting Antonelli will be part of the ousted Sauber driver's duties as he returns to Mercedes as a reserve driver. I think you can see me as kind of a mentor, Bottas, now 35, said after returning to Europe from a long summer holiday in Australia and doing some revealing bike rides as well. I saw a video of him with not much clothing on at all going for a bike ride. You know, hey, look, if I had a figure like his, maybe I'd show it off as well. But yeah, I was quite surprised. Very Bottas of him to do that. I love this new Bottas. He's just completely unhinged. He's like having a midlife crisis at 35. It's like the earliest midlife crisis ever. As a rookie, there are so many things to learn, and I can definitely help with that. The Finn has committed to attending every single Grand Prix on the calendar, including all technical meetings involving both Antonelli and George Russell. However, like Sergio Perez, who was reportedly already in talks with Cadillac, Bottas is keen to explore opportunities to return to the grid. I am fully committed to the upcoming season, fully committed to the team, and I am trying to help them as much as I can, said Bottas. But if the opportunity arises to race, I don't think the team would be against it, he added, following reports that Mercedes-powered McLaren or Williams may also call upon Bottas as a reserve if needed this season. Let's see what happens. Let's get the season going, and let's see what the next season and 2026 bring. F1 legend Gerhard Berger thinks it's notable that other experienced F1 drivers in their mid-30s have also suddenly fallen off grace. It does seem that some of the older drivers like Daniel Ricciardo, Bottas and Kevin Magnussen didn't get on so well with these ground effect cars, he told Automotor und Sport. Hamilton included in that as well, I'd argue, with how he's going. Of course, 40s now, 40 years of age. I don't know what was down to the car, whether that was down to the cars or maybe they were just past their prime. The cars were pretty evenly balanced, and when a young driver comes in with the spirit of a rookie, the older ones have a hard time. Only Fernando Alonso is doing well, but that is an isolated case. It's a fair point. I would throw Nico Hülkenberg into the mix as well. He's done quite well, I'd say, in these ground effect era cars, but I really rate Hülkenberg quite highly anyway, to be honest. Not quite on the level of some of the guys we mentioned, like Alonso, of course, but I think he's a damn good driver. I really do. I always have done. You don't stick around in Formula 1 for 15 years and you not be a good driver. But then again, has the unenviable record of the most races without a podium. And I think he actually has the record of the most races without a win now as well. I think he took that off of Cesaris not too long ago. But yeah, it's an interesting thought. I mean, I really do think it'd be a hammer blow to Bottas's potential return if Perez goes to Cadillac. I feel like Cadillac would probably go for Perez over Bottas from a marketing side of things as well, to be honest. So if those reports are correct and he's already in talks with Cadillac, which I imagine they would have made contact for sure, but whether anything's going to come from that is another matter. Whether Perez wants to come back to Formula 1 or not is another matter. We've spoke as well about him going to Ferrari as a hypercar driver, perhaps because he is a former Ferrari young driver, of course, before he joined Formula 1. And indeed, they probably helped him get him his debut in 2011 with Sauber, because they were powered by Ferrari back then, and of course still are. For now anyway, until 26 when they get the Audi engines in. But yeah, I mean, Bottas, I feel like he's made it very, very clear, abundantly clear, that he wants to come back. You know, Perez is very much a maybe case. Bottas is seeing as much as he can, you know, but if he doesn't go to Cadillac, I think his options are very limited. He's not going to go to a Red Bull team. I can't see him going to McLaren. The only way I can see him going to Williams is if Carlos Sainz leaves after a season. I don't see that personally. And then you're kind of limited in the options that are left, really. He's not going to go back to Sauber, obviously. You know, frankly, he's not good enough to go to Ferrari in a race seat. They've got Hamilton and Leclerc. That's not going to happen, is it? I mean, the most realistic option for me, other than him going to Cadillac, is Mercedes as a race seat if Kimi Antonelli is not up to speed, if George Russell leaves, if George Russell gets handily beaten, maybe Bottas would come back, but even then, slim chances of that happening. And even if that does happen, would Mercedes put Bottas back in the car? Maybe on an interim basis, but long term, no. I don't I don't see it. So I honestly think it's Cadillac or bust for Bottas. I really do. But hey, we'll see what happens, guys. There's definitely drivers on the grid that deserve their seat less than Bottas would deserve one. You know who I'm talking about. You know exactly which billionaire's son I'm talking about. Without a doubt. Alonso and Bottas, Aston Martin. That's a good lineup in my opinion. But anyway, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. Your thoughts in the comments below, guys. And we'll see you soon for some more content on the world of Formula 1 just like this. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always to see more like this. Have a good one, guys. See you very soon.